This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by patriotinternet.com. The Candia, New Hampshire family, whose horses were seized recently, says New Hampshire's main TV station has not given them an opportunity to present their side. But Channel 9 is refuting that claim. The station did a story about Candia resident Heidi Frederick 2 weeks after state and local authorities seized her horses, claiming concerns for the horses' welfare. Frederick's husband, Brian Travis, says, quote, "As far as WMUR, they left me a message on the day of the raid." That would have been 2 weeks ago. "I called back and said I'd be happy to talk to them. Nothing. I gave them several phone numbers. Nothing. And then I see this piece on the news. They did not try to contact us. They just took the government's line, interviewed the cops and one of the barn owners that is harboring Heidi's property, and didn't even try to get our side. Gretel, the reporter from the Union Leader, has been fair, talking to us and trying to get the government reps to say something. When I saw this message from Brian, I contacted Channel 9, and they were very quick to respond. WMUR Assistant News Director Alicia McDevitt says, quote, "The reporter who worked on this story on March 27th did try to contact Heidi Frederick. She went to her home 2 different times and called 2 times. It appears that Ms. Frederick does not have an answering machine. As far as Mr. Travis calling the newsroom, we do not have any record of that phone call. It does not appear that he left a voicemail for a reporter or anyone on the assignments desk." Unquote. Again, that's Alicia McDevitt over at WMUR Channel 9. Now, it's not clear at this point whether the WMUR reporter tried to knock on the door when they went to visit the Travis home. If they didn't, then I would not be in a position to judge them, because I know when I was a mainstream photographer, there were times when I would go take pictures of properties without going and knocking on the door. Sometimes we're scared of doing that. Maybe the moral for the story for liberty lovers is to contact the press through more than one channel. Although, you'll make maybe email and also calling. That's not a bad idea, but I would not think that should be necessary. The Union Leader had no trouble getting the Travis's point of view. Although in yesterday's story, it does appear that they also were unable to contact them yesterday. In Channel 9's report that aired on March 22nd or March 26th, they did not make any kind of reference to the family's statements. Of course, those statements are easy to find in the Union Leader and on nhfree.com, and in the infamous video that was posted on YouTube. The Channel 9 reporter who did the story does say at the end of the story that she unsuccessfully tried to contact Frederick. Anyway, again, having sort of been on the inside in situations like that, it's important not to judge Channel 9 too harshly, too quickly, because they may have been operating on a quick deadline. It's very common for TV stations to give you a call, and you've only got a few hours to respond. If you don't respond, they have to report they weren't able to get a response. They don't have the luxury that I do of being able to hold a story for a couple days. At least they don't always have that luxury. Clearly, they do have a little bit of work to do, though, in convincing liberty activists that they are not government biased, since they, unlike me, are making claims of objectivity. This is Dave Ridley signing out for RidleyReport.com this March 27th, 2009. 2 weeks after the controversial raid, 1 day after the controversial story. Tired of Big Brother tracking your every move? Would you like to surf the net anonymously? Conceal your location? Well, then check out patriotinternet.com, a New Hampshire business eager to attend your privacy needs. patriotinternet.com